Wondering what an Oceanis 55 by Beneteau looks like? Then you gotta watch this video. I got my boy Garrison filming me. Thank you, Garrison. We're taking this beauty out today with the guys, and I'm super excited to give you guys a tour. You guys know I sell real estate, but I love boats, so I gotta give you a tour of this boat. The largest boat I've ever sailed is a 42-foot cat. This is a 55-foot boat. It's really long, so I'm super excited to show you guys how big it is. And you know what makes this boat $1.3 million. It's probably about 300 to 400 grand more than a catamaran. So we'll start from the front. I mean, you got a lot of deck space. You have, I think, like a synthetic teak here, but you have so much more deck space than you did on the 38 or 35 that we did last time I did the boat tour. You can fit 10, 15 people in this kind of general area. They can lay down here, watch the dolphins play. You got a huge jib at the front sail, obviously a huge anchor as well, and the windlass for this big boat. We can actually take this boat and anchor tonight in Malibu. We're not going to do that because it's Sunday, but next time I do this, it'll be on a Saturday, and we're gonna anchor out in Malibu. But come over here, Garrison. You have a cabin here for the captain. So I just saw this right here. This is the small cabin of the boat captain. They can stay right in here, which is pretty cool. I don't know how to open it. So there you go. Yeah, so this has a little sink in it, a little head, and a bed for a captain. So if you want to, charter this boat, but you don't know how to drive a sailboat, you just hire a captain, and they sleep in here while you hang out over there, which is pretty cool. A lot of the boats have that. Like a lot of the larger boats have that, especially the ones that you charter in the Caribbean and in Europe. Let's walk to the back. This boat also has a furling mainsail like the other 38. These are getting really popular right now. So usually the mainsail kind of sits on top of the boom, but this one is inside the mast. So this mast has a huge spindle like this, and it has the entire mainsail in there, which is really cool, really easy too, because usually, again, when the mainsail is out here, it's just kind of big and bulky. Like this is nice and clear. You have a better view up here if you're kind of walking around, but this is just also easier to take out and take in. So I like that part of this boat. Let's walk to the back. Also, this boat's beam is 16.5 feet. So that's the widest part of the beam. We're on the port side right now, but it's a really wide boat. Look at this huge deck out here. So if you're anchored out and you want to go for a swim, this lifts and lowers with a touch of a button. So this is on, like the other boats, you have to kind of manually do it. This has a little electric winch or something like that just lifts it up and lowers it. Super easy. I'll show you as well. You got 2 helm stations. This is super wide. You can fit a ton of people here. I just love this space here because just kind of imagining being in the Caribbean or in Europe and Greece or in Italy or in Turkey, wherever it is in the Mediterranean, and you got the beautiful, waters. You're anchored out in a nice cove. It's nice and warm. You're in your shorts, and you're just swimming with your family, your friends. Like that is life. So why don't you come on in, Garrison, and let's do the tour of the back side of the boat, the aft. Like most of these Beneteaus, even I think the 30-foot Beneteaus, they have 2 helm stations. So if you're sailing and you're like this, then you want to be on the high side of the boat, right? On the windward side. And then the leeward side of the boat, you may have some people, but you usually like to stay on the high side of the boat, on the windward side of the boat. This is the starboard side, which is the right side of the boat if you're looking forward. But this is the main helm station. It's very similar to the other one too. The only difference here is that you have, your engine here. So you have your throttle for your engine. This boat, since it's so long, it has a bow thruster. So this has a little prop at the front of the boat, on the bow, right? That moves the front of the boat left or right. So like if you're coming into a dock and this thing is super long and you're missing the dock or the slip by a little bit, you come in here and you just press this button and the front of the boat just moves to the right, which is really cool. The other thing that this side has that the port side does not have is that you have your windlass control. So this controls the anchor, so you can drop the anchor from here. It'll also tell you how many feet your anchor goes down. So you always want to have like a 7-to-1 ratio. So that's really easy. You have the controls to put the transom up and down right here. You have the shower control. again, the bow thruster. This is the autopilot. So when you're out sailing, this is like cruise control. I didn't know this until I started sailing, but these boats are, you know, most of the time they're on just on this autopilot, and all you do is just kind of set a coordinate and you hit auto, and it literally just keeps that coordinate the entire time until you stop it. So it makes it super easy to sail. Garrison, when you come around here on this side, I will show you the control. So there's 2 winches on each side of this boat. This is going to control the mainsail. So this is going to furl it out, and it controls some of the other things. I think it controls the boom vang as well. These are also electric. So these turn, so you don't need a winch. And there's 2 different, so this is a slow speed. Sorry, that's fast speed, and this is slow speed. So if you want more power, more torque, and this is obviously more horsepower, it's a little bit faster. This one here controls the winch. Actually, what does this control here? Oh, it controls the other side of winch. That is so cool. So from the starboard side, you can control the winch on either side of the boat. I mean, it just makes sailing so much easier. This controls the front sail, the jib. You can see how big this winch is. It's a lot bigger than that one. And again, you have the controls here to go forward, slower or faster. This guy right here is the dinghy kind of lift. We're not using the dinghy today, so we're going to take it off because it also kind of takes the view away if you're back here. So it's nice not to have a dinghy. But this is where you would put the dinghy. Obviously, you would raise this up, and then you would connect the dinghy back here. This one has a huge Beneteau top, which is really, really cool. Today, we're not going to get a lot of sun, which is kind of a bummer. June gloom here in Marina Del Rey. Yeah, this is great. Like on the summer days, you always want to have like a really nice Beneteau top. We didn't put the cushions out yet, but these all have really nice soft cushions. You have this island right here as well, that has 2 coolers. So you can store stuff there, and it's actually electric here. So you can actually have this cold. So you can have some, bottles of wine here, some bottles of tequila here. Same here. This is just like another cooler. This one doesn't have the electric fridge option, but you can store a bunch of stuff there, and you can put some ice. Yeah, check out the width of the boat. This is, again, a ton of space. I probably have like a 6'2" a wingspan. You can probably fit 3 to 4 people here pretty comfortably. You can lay down here, which is also a super nice option, just to hang out here, have a nice view of the back. This island's also really cool. You can make this much larger. So this goes up on both sides. So you have a lot of real estate, and also goes back on this side. Like the other smaller Beneteaus don't have that. So let's go in the back. Now that actually, no, one last thing before we go to the front. This here has a massive cushion, so now you have more space to just chill back here. I'm 6'2", and I can fit this entire way. So this is a really nice spot to hang out and just chill. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this boat. Come inside. When you get in a boat that is, 15 to 18 feet larger than the boats that we've been in, it really feels like a completely different boat. I mean, you have the real estate here. You have a lot more space in here. Obviously, with that extra space, you have a wider beam. But this is the saloon. You have the galley. You have the nav station here. This table can probably sit 6 comfortably, maybe 8 or 9 with a little stool right here. This is a sofa, so you can hang out here as well. There's an electronic TV lift right here. So this table lowers down. There's a cushion for this table. This becomes an extra bed. So you can sleep 2, 4, 6, 8, and probably 10 or 12 out in the back if it's like a warm summer night. But you have a lot of real estate. So this is kind of like your living room. So you would drop this down, you would put the cushion, you're hanging out here, the TV comes up, you're having movie night, you're anchored, you're in the med. Maybe you call somebody to bring a Greek salad in a dinghy, you know what I'm saying? That's the lifestyle right there. A ton of windows, so you have a lot of natural light. You have, I'm forgetting what these are called. These like windows that come up. Anyway, you have some ventilation right here. I'm 6'2". This is probably like 6'4", 6'5", so not bad. This is the galley. good sized galley. It's like a C. So if you're cooking here and the boat's rocking, it's always nice to have like a sea kitchen in these boats, so you can lean. Depending on where the boat's going, you have a place to kind of hang out. Otherwise, if it wasn't, then you're like this, right? You have 2 fridges. You have a bigger mini fridge right here, and then you have a fridge right in here as well. You have your oven. This one also has a microwave, which is pretty cool. And the best thing, it has a dishwasher. That's my favorite part because I hate washing dishes. Pretty decent counter space here. You got a sink. I'm not a real big fan of the sink. It's really small for this size boat. Like, that's tiny. That's my only kind of downside of this galley, is this sink is really small. You can't fit much. You can't fit much in there. Let me show you the nav station right here. So, I mean, we're not going anywhere far today, but if you're going somewhere far, you know, you want to have all your maps out right here. You kind of lay them out, and you have your ruler and your thing so that you can really plot out your destination and how you're going to get there, depending on the wind, the time of day, and all that stuff. And then you have this really large monitor. You have 3 BNGs here. You have this BNG, and then you have 1 on each helm station. You have your receiver, and you have a lot more controls than you did on the smaller boats, because this one has an AC. So if it's too hot, you put the AC on and you have some nice AC in the boat. That's a luxury. I mean, for $1.3 million, it's not a surprise that there's AC. The other boat was like $350, right? So it's an extra $1 million. It has a lot more stuff. It has the inverter. That way, if you're not connected to shore power, you click this button and all the outlets work. Oh, you have over 100 gallons of diesel. So, I mean, if you wanted to motor, you can motor for a long time. You also have like 105 gallons of water as well. So you have plenty of water. You can take this boat out for probably a month offshore and you'd probably be fine with the water. Just kind of depends on how much water you use and how many people are on the boat. I don't know if this has a salt to fresh water converter. A lot of the cats do. I don't think it does. But this is all storage right here. Really cool nav station. You have more storage here. You have storage across there. You have counter space to put all your stuff here. Like, all this stuff here is just more storage, which is great because when you're out for a long time, you want to have space for food, for just things if you're going to go out for like a week or so. If you're in Marina Del Rey, these boats are usually going to Catalina Island for the most part, and Malibu. They may go to Long Beach, they may go out to Channel Islands, but the way up the Channel Islands is kind of far and it's really windy out there, so it could get choppy. These two have identical cabins, so let's show them the starboard side because it doesn't have all the cushions on it. So I don't know how big this bed is, but I would say it's probably like a twin or queen. It's not bad. I mean, like, you can fit 2 people here super easily, like super comfortably, which is nice. This one has the laundry, which is pretty cool. Again, this, the larger the boat, usually people stay on it a little bit longer because it's a lot more comfortable. But that one has a laundry unit, which I'll show you in a bit. This also has a door to the bathroom through here. Let's open it through here to get a better view of the bathroom here. So you get the bathroom here or here. Acts as a guest bathroom, or this is called a head, not a bathroom because we're on a boat. But this acts as a powder head and a guest head. You have your toilet there, your shower as well. So the other one, the shower was kind of within the confines of here, but this actually has a separate shower here on the left, which is pretty cool. So it's actually a pretty good sized shower. Again, I'm 6'2", and I can fit in here pretty good. Yeah. This is pretty chill. Like, it's, you can move around. So all your guests will be using this bathroom. That's pretty cool to have a laundry machine in your boat. Again, if you have a laundry machine, that means that you're probably staying out on the boat for more than like 3 to 4 weeks, right? Because you can probably bring 2 weeks of clothes, but if you have a laundry machine, that means you're probably staying for like 3 to 4 weeks somewhere. Again, a lot of these boats, ideally you want to use them in places that you can hang out and stay. Catalina's perfect. People can stay there for a long time. There's a lot of different areas to anchor, and they have a lot of mooring bolts. So this is the captain's cabin right in front of the boat. It's in the bow. Again, large. It's not a rectangular bed, as you can see. So it's actually kind of cool because you don't really need your legs to extend here. This gives you the space to have your own little area to put on your shoes to get ready for the day right here. So if this was like a straight rectangle, then you would have no space to do this. You would have to do it here, right? But this is much easier. So I like the way that they designed this bed to give you this extra room to, like, you know, get your stuff you know, ready for the day. You have space here to put your cell phone. I think this controls the AC, so you can control the AC from bed. Again, I mean, $1.3 million. That's what it gets you. 2 decent sized closets. They're not huge, but you have a lot of storage space here as well. This comes out. Got a big drawer here to store stuff. I don't know what size this bed is, but I mean, again, I'm 6'2". I'm pretty wide. It's really, really comfortable. Not super deep though. If you're like maybe like 6'5", 6'6", probably not be as comfortable because your feet would be hanging off the bed. The captain's cabin is that the head is separated into 2. So you have a shower on one side and you have a sink and the toilet on the other side. So this is the shower on this side. Good size shower. I mean, it's got a place for you to sit down. It's got like a wand shower. So the wand shower just kind of moves around, but a ton of space here. And then over here, you have the toilet, again, which is equally the same size as that. A ton of space. All right, so we just toured the entire interior of the boat. I would love this boat. This is a phenomenal boat. Again, if I'm spending $1.3 million, I'm probably gonna wanna get a catamaran, but this thing is a beauty and I'm so excited to sail it today with the boys, hang out. Hopefully the sun comes out today, but if it doesn't come out, it's all good because we're gonna be out on the water having a great time. So come on out here, say bye to you guys. If you guys want more videos like this, if you guys want more boat videos, I can probably ask the owner of this fleet of boats, it's called Neos, to let me tour all their boats and do it. So leave a comment down below if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you later.